The great actor Yoo Ah-in watched his life fall apart in real time after testing positive for 3 different illegal substances. It was his role in Burning that put his name among the big stars, and he's been experiencing the highs of that success ever since. But unfortunately, everything came crashing down for him on February 6th. The day before, he was still in the US and decided to catch a plane to Jeju Island. However, he didn't get to enjoy any sunshine because reports state that he was detained by the police upon arrival. The reason for this is because he was suspected of using illegal substances, and so the police started an investigation. It said that he had to be on Jeju Island to shoot something for a brand, and although the investigation was ongoing, the minute he entered the territory, it's rumored that he was still marked as present for his activities with the brand. As a response to these rumors, his agency stated that they couldn't share anything regarding the situation. Needless to say, this left a sour taste in the mouths of netizens. When it comes to illegal substance use, the laws in South Korea are super strict and the investigations are quite extensive. Yoo Ah-in was suspected of having used a sleep-inducing substance every now and then without having any medical reasons to do so. As you can probably already guess, non-medical use of this substance is highly illegal. When you ask for a certain prescription a bit too often, authorities will start to notice, and this is exactly what happened. Initially, he was prescribed the substance at various hospitals from 2021 onwards. Eventually, the authorities requested an investigation as a result of his frequent prescription purchases. They found the situation a bit suspicious and wrote, "As a result of expert review, it was found that an excessive amount of propofol was prescribed even if it was assumed that he had multiple diseases at the same time." Shortly after the investigation started, Ah-in was banned from leaving the country. Additionally, he had to send in his hair and urine samples to the National Forensic Service so that they could test it for traces of the suspected substance. He quickly became the talk of the country, and his agency issued a short response. They apologized for all the concern Ah-in's behavior may have caused and wrote, "He is actively cooperating in all investigations regarding this, and we plan to proactively address the aspects that are a problem." Matters only got worse when the results of Ah-in's urine test came back positive on February 10th. Instead of finding traces of substance that they were looking for, he tested positive for the use of another illegal thing. It was also reported that 2 days prior to this revelation, the police did a big search at the doctor's offices and clinics that were suspected to have supplied Ah-in with the substance. After he tested positive for the stuff, it was reported that his phone was allegedly taken by the police. Reportedly that way, digital forensics would be able to trace back where his illegal substance use might have begun. However, it's not certain whether this actually happened. His agency once again responded to the situation, trying to do whatever damage control was possible, and said that they were still waiting for the results of the initial substance. They once again emphasized that they would be cooperating with all investigations. After about 2 weeks of radio silence, the results of Ah-in's hair sample test came out, and it's an understatement to say that things weren't looking good for him. As of the 24th of February, Ah-in tested positive for having the sleep-inducing substance in his system. While he was already facing charges for the substance found in his urine, after another positive result, he was called in for questioning once again. His agency responded by saying that they would release an official statement once they found Ah-in a suitable lawyer. If you thought it couldn't get any worse, you were wrong, because on February 24th, NBC's news desk reported that 3 different types of substances were detected in Ah-in's hair sample. The public already had information on 2 of the substances that he tested positive for, but the investigators refrained from sharing details about the 3rd detected substance. It turns out even his agency asked the police for more clarification. They wrote, "We have inquired the police several times about the reports that were made about the 3rd substance. However, we only received the answer, 'We cannot tell you.'" They further added that they can't reveal anything about their own position until the police provide them with full information on the investigation. While it was already looking more than grim for Ah-in at this point in time, you'd be surprised at how much more he had to lose. Considering that he has a bunch of projects lined up for this year, alongside countless endorsements, it's safe to say that these charges made him hit rock bottom. Fans of the Netflix series Hellbound were especially upset over the situation, since the filming for the 2nd season of the drama was scheduled to happen this June. The 1st season was an extreme success, so expectations for the sequel were high, but the hopes of fans quickly came crashing down after they heard the news. Another project lined up for Ah-in was the Netflix movie The Match, which he shot alongside Lee Byung-hun and is already produced. This film was set to be released in April of this year, but this might change due to the circumstances. If not for the serious charges, it would have been a busy year for Ah-in, since another drama of his titled The Fool at the End of the World is expected to premiere in the 4th quarter of this year. Additionally, 2 more movies were set to come out the following months. As time passed by, Netflix kept a close eye on the situation and decided to release a statement after after Ayin tested positive for the second illegal substance. The statement they issued was pretty brief as they said, "We are speaking with the project's representatives about the current situation." In other words, anything can still happen. Other production teams are also keeping tabs on the situation and can give a final verdict anytime soon. As time progressed, more and more sinister details about Ayin's case came forward. On the 26th of February, the police revealed that Ayin had used the sleep-inducing substance over 73 times in 2021. To put things into perspective, this means that he had used over 4.4 liters of the substance, which is an extreme amount. The recommended medical use of the substance is around 5 to 10 milliliters per use, but it's said that Ayin used about 6 times as much. Investigators also elaborated that he used the substance around 6 times a month, which is far more frequent than the advised dosage. According to SBS, the police are only extending their investigation, believing that his substance use has been going on for a much longer time. Fans were shocked to hear how serious Ayin's addiction to the substance is. Many feared that if this wasn't discovered by the authorities, Ayin's life could have potentially been in danger. Netizens also expect that Ayin can officially say goodbye to his career, which is a pretty valid thing to say considering Korea's strict laws regarding illegal substance use. Not to mention that the general public is also not very fond of such things. His public image has taken a massive hit since countless fans are no longer supporting him. Netizens have been comparing Ayin to other actors who went through a similar situation. What's remarkable about this particular case, though, is the enormous amount of the illegal stuff that he used. Ayin has become notorious for being the first actor to be in the middle of a public incident for using 3 different types of substances. They're even going as far as calling this case the Triple Crown, since it's never happened before. Media outlets also made sure to give their 2 cents about the situation, letting the public know that it's very unlikely that Ayin will ever return to the entertainment industry. All of his future projects are in jeopardy, and it's looking like they will become lost opportunities. And even if he does miraculously make a comeback, it's highly likely that he'll be put on a list of suspended celebrities, making it almost impossible for him to normally carry out his activities and promotional work. Public figures who are put on such a list are often banned from broadcasting stations, which means that their career basically ceases to exist either way. All things considered, it seems like Ayin won't recover from his situation anytime soon. The most burning question at the moment is what the consequences of his actions will be. While it's already been mentioned that he'll probably be dropped from his future projects, the seriousness of the case will also have serious legal consequences. Actor Ha Jung-woo went through a similar situation since he used the same substance as Ayin. The difference is that Jung-woo used increasingly less amounts, which is why he was able to escape the commotion by going off the radar for a while to do some self-reflection. In Yoo Ah-in's case, we're talking about 3 different types of substances with high doses. For the recreational use of one of the substances found in his system, first-time offenders either get to pay $38,000 in fines, or even worse, spend up to 5 years in prison. Things were going so well for Ayin after he rose to fame with his role in Song Kyung-kwan scandal. Ever since, his career was only going uphill to the point that he even reached international stardom. After the massive success of Hellbound, he did confess that he did not know how to handle all the overwhelming attention. Perhaps stardom became too much for him and caused his life to spiral in ways that we don't know. Ultimately, only time will tell what the final verdict on his investigation will be and how badly it's going to hit his career. Let us